Hello, my friends. I hope all you are fine. This is Narrative Stories channel. Let's start this story. In a world where luxury is the norm and opulence is a daily affair, Emma's life seemed like a dream. Surrounded by the finest things money could buy, she lived in a bubble of wealth and comfort. Born into a family of immense fortune, she enjoyed the best education, lavish vacations, and a lifestyle that most people could only imagine. Her father, Richard, was a successful businessman, known for his shrewdness and unyielding determination. He had built an empire from the ground up, and his success had provided a cocoon of affluence around his family. However, this seemingly perfect life concealed a heartbreaking secret. Emma's charmed life took a tragic turn when she was diagnosed with a rare and debilitating illness. It started with minor symptoms: fatigue, occasional headaches, and a persistent cough. The family's initial concern turned into alarm as Emma's condition rapidly worsened. Richard spared no expense in seeking the best medical care for his daughter. Renowned specialists from around the world were consulted, and Emma was treated in the most prestigious hospitals. Despite all efforts, her condition continued to deteriorate. The once vibrant girl became a shadow of herself, confined to her bed and reliant on expensive medications to manage her symptoms. Richard's business empire, built on high-risk investments and substantial loans, began to crumble under the financial strain. The medical bills piled up, and the family's savings were depleted at an alarming rate. Desperation set in as Richard watched his fortune dwindle. He was forced to sell off assets one by one to pay for Emma's treatment. The mansion that had been their home, the luxury cars, the art collections, all were sold. The family moved to a modest apartment, a far cry from the grandeur they were used to. The opulence that had once defined their lives was now a distant memory. Richard, once a powerful and influential man, now found himself in a position he had never imagined. With his business in ruins and his wealth exhausted, he had no choice but to swallow his pride and seek help from others. He ventured into the bustling markets, a stark contrast to the boardrooms he used to command. His dignity shattered, he approached strangers, pleading with them to buy medicine for his beloved daughter. His eyes, once filled with confidence and determination, were now marked by desperation and sorrow. In the markets, Richard encountered a mix of reactions. Some people ignored him, unwilling or unable to help. Others looked at him with pity, offering small donations that barely made a dent in the cost of Emma's treatment. A few recognized him, shocked to see the once mighty businessman reduced to begging. These encounters were the hardest for Richard to bear, as they reminded him of the heights from which he had fallen. But amidst the indifference and pity, there were moments of kindness and generosity that gave Richard the strength to continue. A vendor offered him a free meal, a shopkeeper gave him a discount on the medicine, and a fellow parent shared words of encouragement and empathy. Despite these acts of kindness, the reality was grim. Emma's condition required constant medical attention and expensive medication that Richard struggled to afford. Each day was a battle to secure the funds needed for her treatment. The family's situation grew more desperate, and Richard's resolve was tested to its limits. He often found himself questioning his decisions, wondering if he could have done something differently to prevent their fall from grace. But amidst the self-doubt and despair, one thing remained unwavering: his love for Emma and his determination to save her. Emma, though weak and bedridden, was acutely aware of the sacrifices her father was making. She felt a deep sense of guilt and helplessness, knowing that her illness had brought their family to the brink of ruin. But she also felt an immense gratitude and love for her father, whose unwavering dedication gave her the strength to endure her suffering. The bond between them grew stronger as they navigated this painful journey together. Emma's friends, who had once envied her luxurious lifestyle, were now a source of support and comfort. They visited her regularly, bringing small gifts and spending time with her. Their presence provided a welcome distraction from her illness, and reminded her of the kindness that still existed in the world. The support from her friends also gave Richard a glimmer of hope, as he saw the positive impact it had on Emma's spirits. As the weeks turned into months, Richard's plight began to draw attention. A local journalist, moved by his story, published an article highlighting the family's struggles. The story resonated with many readers, and a wave of support followed. Donations poured in from strangers who were touched by Richard's love for his daughter, and his willingness to sacrifice everything for her. A crowdfunding campaign was launched, and the funds raised provided much-needed relief for the family. The generosity of strangers restored Richard's faith in humanity and gave him renewed hope for Emma's recovery. With the additional funds, Richard was able to secure better medical care for Emma. She was admitted to a specialized clinic where she received advanced treatment. The road to recovery was long and arduous, but there were signs of improvement. Emma's health began to stabilize, and she experienced moments of respite from her symptoms. The family's journey was far from over, but they had reason to be hopeful. Throughout this ordeal, Richard and Emma learned valuable lessons about resilience, compassion, and the true meaning of wealth. They realized that the greatest riches in life were not material possessions, but the love and support of family and friends. Their experience also brought them closer together, forging a bond that was unbreakable. As Emma's health improved, Richard began to rebuild his life. He took on a modest job to support the family, and they gradually regained a sense of normalcy. The luxury and opulence that had once defined their lives were now memories, but they were content with their new, simpler existence. They had each other, and that was all that mattered. Emma's story, from luxury to desperation, and ultimately to hope, served as an inspiration to many. It was a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of love and sacrifice. Richard's plea for his daughter's life had touched the hearts of countless people, and their generosity had made a difference. The family's journey was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of hope, and that true wealth is found in the love and support of those around us. Join us as we delve into this emotional journey, discovering the hidden struggles behind a life of privilege and the lengths a father will go to save his child. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to follow this gripping and heart-wrenching tale. Thank you for being a part of Narrative Stories. Your support and engagement mean the world to us. We are committed to bringing you the best in storytelling. What kinds of stories would you like to see next? Share your thoughts in the comments below.